I don't like people who say, they're saying, people say, "Main to muphat hu," and then they really offend you. I don't think that's right. I've done so many interviews.
That's true.
That I think I've been medicated on some of them. It's unpretentious.
Yeah, and you're not politically correct.
And it's quite. I think I've been a down-to-earth and quite a chill person.
Exactly.
Who comes through that.
And
now I'm much more pretentious. At a certain age, you should be unpretentious and simple, which I see in young Ibrahim also. And I think that's nice. I don't think it will be a very heavy meal because we're still dieting.
Yeah.
A diet Eid. It's not very often when you see a film and you say, you kind of know what's coming, I think.
Sure.
And you know why it's not really worked sometimes. But once in a while there's something you really like. And that doesn't work, then it takes a little, it's a little more sad.
Hello everyone, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Speak Easy. My guest today is effortlessly stylish and very witty. I'm talking about the very talented Saif Ali Khan. It is true though, for someone who is really not following fashion trends per se, you're always known to be this very stylish person, and isn't it the statement?
I mean, I don't like taking too many chances with fashion where I don't normally do something that's very far out or risky, as they say.
Have you felt like it ever?
I mean, I wish I could wear some things that. Not really.
So where would you like push it to when it comes to fashion? What is it like something that you ever thought of?
Like I like 18th century fashion also. I would love to wear tailcoats and kind of like something like that.
Really no wonder you gave me that.
French aristocracy, Versailles.
Like the frills.
Maybe frills and boots and all that kind of, maybe. I don't know.
I think someone should.
I think as we've gone through the ages, fashion has become more and more simple, at least formal fashion, which is it's okay. But some things I'm nostalgic about. Like it would be nice to live in the past with some outfits. They were quite.
Yeah. They're flamboyant, yet interesting, right?
Yeah. If the weather supports it, you know, if it's like in the. If it's cold, like up north in our country, then you can afford to put some. No fun sweating.
Very.
Well, I mean, like Indian fashion is got a lot of scope, you know. Like if you see Game of Thrones, there's a lot of those Achkan type kind of
the bangala
look, but longer, kind of cross between a tailcoat and a bangala.
Saif, also you've seen to make the kurtis and chappals cool again and making it streetwear fashion, because for a while it was such a big deal when you're spotted and papped that you have to be impeccably dressed all the time. I think that's crazy.
Really? I don't know. I mean, I like Kolhapur. My father used to wear Kolhapuri Chappals and kind of jeans and corduroy trousers. But I think jeans and Kolhapuris with a kind of a jacket. So it's a fusion. I like chappals.
Yeah, and I think with the kurtis particularly, isn't it?
Yeah. When I was very young, Gulzar Saab used to wear a lot of.
Yes, of course.
And
he still does.
Well, it's a comfortable outfit and it's a sensible outfit, and it looks, you know, clean and nice, and I like it.
Okay, what's something you would never wear? Like some trend that you see, and I'm sure.
No, two really tight suit pants and short, very short suit jackets is not my style. You know, and no socks.
And no socks.
With shoes. Which I've also done once or twice, but it's not really me.
Yeah, it kind of makes you conscious that you're not wearing them.
Well, when I see other people not wearing socks, I think men should not expose their ankles.
Men should not expose.
I mean, not in formal clothes.
I'm just kidding. How very
conservative.
Very conservative in that manner. Very interesting.
But with jeans and Kolhapuris, yes, but not with suits.
Sure, of course. Okay. I know you always said that for me, style and fashion has to do a lot with comfort, and I think your wardrobe will obviously stand testament to that statement of yours. But
you know, so I'm going to interrupt you. There was this writer, Umberto Eco, who wrote about. He said that jeans used to be the rebellious and really casual outfit that people wore when they relaxed. But now the jean is not necessarily the most comfortable outfit at all. In fact, it's like a corset. If you're a little overweight, it's really uncomfortable. to sit in a tight pair of jeans.
That's true.
You know, so
unless baggy is your thing, and unless you love hip hop too much, and
it's too loose.
Yeah.
It's a cross, you know. It can't be too comfortable. It's not. It can't only be about comfort. It has to be slightly tailored. I like the idea of changing gears. Like, you know, you can dress for the beach or in the day in one way, but I think in the evening it should be slightly different. If someone calls you over for dinner,
yeah.
You know, you have to find something that works, like linen
yeah.
trousers or those drawstring trousers, something, shorts, chappals.
Yeah.
I think your mood changes when you wear some slightly different clothes, but you can't be too uncomfortable also.
You can't.
So it's a cross between the two. I think the idea is to try and be as fit as possible also. So you might be more confident wearing certain outfits if you...
Like skinny jeans.
I don't know if I'd ever really want to wear skinny jeans.
I thought you were going there, so I'm like, let me mention it. You have your own apparel brand. I want to understand, have you ever thought of things that you feel menswear don't focus on, and starting with the one that you're wearing?
Selected, I think I focus on every area of dressing. As in, you can walk into a store and walk out with something for almost every occasion, you know, really, literally. Or anything like a t-shirt and jeans to a more formal t-shirt and jeans, or, you know, light suit, very casual clothes. I think something for every occasion, and that's become the idea really with this brand. I mean, with our brand, I mean, it makes sense. You have something that's affordable and varied in range, so that you can just come in there and you don't even have to necessarily know what you wanted before you came in. You can just come in and say, okay, you know, I'm looking for something to wear for this event or occasion, and somebody will help you, and it'll be very nice.
I came across another very viral video of yours. I don't know if you remember. I'm sure you do.
A very viral video?
Very viral video.
Wow.
But not the recent ones.
Yeah.
Not the I think it was viral because of the fact that you were so chill in it. You spoke about fairs and poetry. I don't know if you've noticed that. It resurfaced long time ago, long time ago.
I think I'm on medication in that. Let's call it medication.
You were on medication?
I think so.
No, but I mean...
I look like I'm on medication. But I've done so many interviews.
That's true.
That I think I've been medicated on some of them.
Some might have been the case.
Yeah, because some I've not been.
But I still feel, I think it's
not been completely mentally all there sometimes.
I think that you were trying to compliment fairs though. I mean, you started off by saying you love fairs, and it went into the zone that,
you know, I think at a certain age you should be unpretentious and simple, which I see in young Ibrahim also, and I think that's nice. But to have the same attitude at a later age in life is not necessarily correct. So I'm very proud of that interview, because that's who I was. It's unpretentious.
Yeah, and you're not politically correct.
And it's quite. I think I've been a down to earth and quite a chill person.
Exactly.
Who comes through that.
And
now I'm much more pretentious.
You are, no?
Yeah,
but
because
I think
there's an age for it.
For you not being able to stay as real as possible, because I feel like when you are being yourself and you're just being honest, things get misconstrued as well, right? I think that also adds to who you are today.
You certainly cannot be honest all the time to all the people. It would be very foolish.
Particularly
so it doesn't work. I've seen people try and do it. Nobody really appreciates it beyond a point. You might get in trouble as well. So,
But so when people usually have asked you comments on their films and movie premieres, what do you do? Like, do you now? I know you rarely go to some.
Well, I think by the time a film's at a premiere stage, it's way too late for anyone to be really interested in anything negative.
But they do say, like, tell me honestly what you feel.
I mean, if someone really wants honest feedback, they'll probably ask you early.
That's true.
And they'll show you something and say, what do you think of this, if it's genuine? And you get an idea if somebody really wants to know or not. Most people, would ask people whose opinion they respect at a stage that they can do something about it. But when you're at a stage you can't do anything about it, it's probably best not to upset.
Just to be polite?
Absolutely. I think there's a lot to be said for being polite. I don't like people who say, people say, "Main to muh phat hu," and then they really offend you. I don't think that's right.
You are one of the person who's blatant in a nice way.
Well, usually more about myself.
Yeah, that is true. Not about others. Yeah, actually, rarely.
No.
Yeah, you don't go there ever. You know, you mentioned Ibrahim, and I must say that it's pure genetics. but people still go gaga over the fact that, oh my God, he looks like a young Saif.
He also says, I look like a young Saif.
Yeah.
He just told me, he just sent me a picture of him looking good and said, this is what I would look like if I was a 20-year-old Vikram Vedha actor or something. So I'm not sure.
But also you must be super proud. I know that the time of the movie now he's being aiding and he's right there at the precipice of sort of setting in, entering the world.
Well, I mean, I'm concerned for his future, and I'm happy he's working hard, and I think he's done well in school, and I like any parent, am full of nervous prayer that his future goes well.
Vikram Vedha, Hrithik and you are collaborating again, and it's something that it's like they say they're calling it the clash of the titans, and there's so much.
Well, perhaps I've clashed with a titan in Hrithik, but
it was fun working with him again.
Absolutely, it is. It is the most exciting, lovely script that I've read in a very long time, and I couldn't think of a more dynamic and deadly performer than Hrithik to have in that role. And I hope that people enjoy what I've done as well.
You take everything with a pinch of salt, but I want to know, even now, are you able to easily detach from roles that you've really put in and they haven't worked at the box office? Let's say,
Good Police worked really well. They're making a sequel, and there were such fabulous reviews. And it sold for a very healthy amount of money to Disney Hotstar, who are very keen to do a sequel. So that was wonderful. That went really well. But I mean, if there is a film that you worked hard on that's not done well,
I'm saying, are you able to detach and move on to your work? Or
yes, very quickly with some movies, very quickly, and some others you feel. It's not very often when you see a film and you say, you kind of know what's coming. I think. Sure. And you know why it's not really worked sometimes. But once in a while, there's something you really like, and that doesn't work. Then it takes a little. It's a little more sad. A film like Kala Kandi, for example, which I thought was great.
Which I loved, by the way.
Yeah.
Which I thought was eccentric in its own way. It was great.
Maybe it should have been on Netflix. They offered it to us, but we said.
Yeah, it should.
That was the time when we hadn't decided what should be. We weren't clear what should be in the theatres and what should be on the web. The same question today, I think Kala Kandi would have been on the web.
It should have been. I'm sure it'll be doing. And I want to know, what does the Eid celebration look like at the Khan residence?
It doesn't look like what you might imagine. It'll probably
I'm imagining a lot of food.
My sister takes Ramzan very seriously, and I think so perhaps a nice meal.
Yeah, because I have that gorgeous dining table that you often see hosting guests at. I'm assuming it's full of like amazing food. What is your idea of celebrating Eid? Let me just put it that way. It's like celebrating many other religious festivals, which is a cross between prayer and family time and a nice meal together. I don't think it will be a very heavy meal because we're still dieting. A diet Eid. A diet Eid? Yeah. That's more like it. We'll have shoot the next day probably. Okay. On that note, I'm going to wrap. Thank you so much, Saif. It's always lovely chatting with you.
Nice talking to you.
And I just want to say that I think it's great to. I feel like you're at the state which is content and sort of in both your personal and professional life, and I feel like that's great. I mean, you seem.
Well, I've been at it for a while. If I wasn't content, it would be very sad.
No, but but actors can feel not contented at different various stages of the career.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying at this stage, it's good to feel content.
We will always look forward to you doing crazy things on screen. So please continue doing that. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.